So yesterday, an anonymous friend of mine texted me a direct quote from one of the presentations in the meeting that day. It was this crushing example of corporate lingo. It was almost meaningless. And this friend, I'm not even going to say he or she, is a very smart person, dedicated, very hardworking. And even my friend can't figure out what some of these slides meant. And of course, it was all delivered by the crack cocaine of the corporate world, the dreaded PowerPoint. And this turned into a discussion between the two of us via text during the meeting. And my friend asked me, is it possible to even have an established business without corporate lingo? Like, is all this stuff necessary? And I think it's worse than not being necessary. Think about a startup when you're going from having an idea to having an actual product. There's just not much formal communication, much less corporate lingo that leaves people scratching their heads. And the question is why? And the answer is simple, because it's more efficient to communicate clearly and directly. Startup is a fragile thing usually, and it can't spend time or energy on ceremony or meaningless lingo. And think about the best pitch decks. You can find them online. It's the simplest ones that deliver the message that are the most successful. Now, a business, an established business, can have some complex ideas and problems. And we can't communicate everything with 4 words and a cute icon. But we have to communicate clearly, and our goal in that communication must be to be able to deliver a message, not to try to impress or not to try to use as many $5 words as you can. So if you've founded a business and it's growing, and the communication is transitioned like from the spare bedroom or garage to an actual office, and now you've got rules and policies and presentations, ask yourself some things about what you're saying. Like, does this get across what needs to be understood? Is what I'm saying clear, specific, and as simple as it can be? And the next time you have to present and you find yourself making a deck or slides or something like that, run it by somebody you trust and ask those questions. No, not someone who's going to give you the mindless social media thumbs up, but somebody who has the ability and the willingness to be like Tom Hanks in that old movie Big and say, I don't get it. So when you transition from a startup to a more established business, many things change. But holding on to the most efficient ways of communicating shouldn't be one of them. Unless, of course, your business is really all about interactively administrating suboptimal holistic competency frameworks and revolutionary partnership scenarios.